A thunderous roar echoed from afar, and the ground seemed to shatter under heavy footsteps. A gigantic creature was charging forward, toppling trees in a matter of seconds. If you were living in the Jurassic world, this might be the last signal you hear before being devoured. Welcome to the Jurassic universe, where more than 40 dinosaur species coexist, from ferocious predators to gentle giants, each carrying secrets you cannot take your eyes off. The Jurassic world does not just revolve around T-Rex. In fact, that is only the tip of a rich ecosystem where every species has its own role and story. Let us begin our journey with the most prominent characters. T-Rex, the most famous tyrant dinosaur on Earth, is like a living tank with a bite force strong enough to crush the thickest bones. Imagine a T-Rex bite 3 times stronger than that of a modern crocodile, and you will understand why it became a symbol of prehistoric power. Right beside T-Rex in the ranking of terrifying beasts is Velociraptor, though small, only about knee-high to an adult human. Velociraptor possessed incredible intelligence and highly sophisticated hunting tactics, equipped with sickle-shaped claws sharp as razors. This creature could take down prey much larger than itself, with precise leaps and fearsome group coordination. If you think one Velociraptor is dangerous, imagine a whole pack attacking at once. It is a moving nightmare. Next is Spinosaurus, one of the largest predatory dinosaurs ever discovered, even surpassing T-Rex in size, with a massive sail-like structure on its back and a crocodile-like snout. Spinosaurus dominated swampy regions, diving into water to hunt giant fish, or even smaller rivals. In Jurassic Park 3, Spinosaurus was depicted as an unstoppable force, easily defeating T-Rex in a one-on-one battle, an image that sparked fiery debates among die-hard fans. Shifting to the gentle giants, Brachiosaurus is an unforgettable icon, with a long neck reaching the tallest treetops and a weight equivalent to more than 10 elephants combined. Brachiosaurus were the peaceful behemoths of the Jurassic world. The sight of Brachiosaurus calmly munching on leaves under the sunset in the first Jurassic Park movie became a legendary moment, evoking both awe and wonder. Stegosaurus is another name that cannot be left out. With rows of sword-like plates running down its back and a deadly tail club, Stegosaurus was not the fastest, but it was well equipped to defend itself against even the most persistent predators. Some research suggests that these plates were not only for defense, but also helped regulate body temperature. A smart natural design Ankylosaurus, the armored battle tank of the prehistoric world, also takes a proud spot in the Jurassic universe. Its entire body was covered in armor plates, tough as steel, and its tail was tipped with a heavy bony club capable of breaking bones with a single swing. Imagine trying to take down a walking tank. That is exactly what facing an Ankylosaurus would feel like. Pteranodon, though technically not a dinosaur, but a flying reptile, plays an important role in the Jurassic world. With wingspans reaching up to 7 meters, they ruled the skies, soaring over ancient seas and hunting fish with deadly dives. In Jurassic World, the scene where a flock of pteranodons descended upon the park and abducted tourists left a chilling impression on audiences worldwide. We must not forget Mosasaurus, the gigantic sea monster of the prehistoric oceans, stretching up to 18 meters long with razor-sharp teeth. Mosasaurus was a true nightmare underwater. The scene where Mosasaurus leaped out of the water to swallow a massive great white shark whole in Jurassic World is one of the most memorable moments of the entire franchise. And this is just the beginning. In the Jurassic universe, there are countless other dinosaur species waiting to be explored, each with unique abilities, survival strategies, and fascinating stories. The Jurassic world is truly a prehistoric paradise, where biodiversity reaches its peak. Breathtaking, dangerous, and utterly mesmerizing. If you think that famous dinosaurs like T-Rex or Velociraptor were the peak of the Jurassic world, then prepare yourself. There are still many strange and fascinating species waiting, each possessing unique abilities and traits, creating an incredibly diverse prehistoric ecosystem. Gallimimus, for example, may not have been a terrifying predator, but it had outstanding speed. These light-bodied creatures could reach speeds up to 60 km/h, equivalent to a car driving through the city. In Jurassic Park, the scene where a herd of Gallimimus sprinted across a field while being chased by T-Rex became an iconic moment of speed and chaos. If you were an Olympic athlete, you would still struggle to catch up with a full-grown Gallimimus. Next is Dilophosaurus, one of the most impressively portrayed dinosaurs, thanks to its supposed ability to spit venom. Although scientifically unproven, the image of Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park, small, frilled, and capable of blinding enemies with venom, haunted viewers' minds for years. In the Jurassic world, creatures like Dilophosaurus show that size is not always the deciding factor in danger. The Rhizinosaurus is another case that blurs all definitions of dinosaurs, with claw blades as long as swords. The Rhizinosaurus looks like a living nightmare, but is actually a herbivore. In Jurassic World Dominion, the Rhizinosaurus was portrayed as a bizarre yet powerful creature capable of taking down even the most stubborn predators. Indominus Rex and Indoraptor, two genetically engineered monsters, elevated the concept of dinosaurs to a new level. Indominus Rex combined the traits of many of the most dangerous predators, boasting intelligence, camouflage abilities, and overwhelming strength. Indoraptor, smaller but more agile, was designed to be the perfect assassin in urban environments. The appearance of these two species raised a chilling question. What would happen if humans could intervene and control evolution itself? We cannot overlook armored dinosaurs like Sinoceratops and Triceratops. With large horns and thick bone-shielded heads, these creatures resembled biological tanks, ready to charge into enemies to protect their territory and herds. In Jurassic World, the scene where a group of Triceratops fled from an Indominus Rex attack showcased their remarkable strength and unity. Stygimoloch, with its rock-hard skull and head-butting habits, was known as the bull-headed warrior of the Jurassic world. Though smaller than other armored species, thanks to its speed and endurance, Stygimoloch could deliver headbutts powerful enough to knock enemies aside. Baryonyx, a half-crocodile, half-hunter dinosaur, also claimed an important spot. With sharp claws and excellent fish-hunting abilities, Baryonyx was a nightmare in swampy regions. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom spent significant time showcasing Baryonyx, chasing humans through flooded areas, leaving audiences holding their breath with every step. Carnotaurus is another bizarre predator with two small horns on its head and a muscular build. In Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Carnotaurus made a strong impression as it charged into chaotic battles among prehistoric creatures, displaying ferocity and latent danger despite not being the largest predator. If you love flying creatures, then Dimorphodon is a name not to be missed, with 2 rows of sharp teeth and nimble flight skills. Dimorphodon was a formidable troublemaker, often attacking in groups and causing chaotic showers from above. Onto the characters below. An interesting point is that every species in the Jurassic world was built with unique biological details, enhancing the authenticity of the universe. The filmmakers skillfully blended science fiction and imagination to create creatures that feel both familiar and full of surprises. If we imagine a day when all these dinosaurs coexist in an expanded park, which path would you choose to survive? Climb onto a Brachiosaurus to escape a pack of raptors, or dive underwater to avoid Mosasaurus. No matter your choice, you would undoubtedly face breathless moments and life-or-death decisions. Remember, the Jurassic World is not merely a place where predator machines roam. It is also a stage for survival stories, instinctual battles, and miraculous moments that nature once bestowed upon this Earth. The Jurassic World was not just a place where giant creatures survived independently, but a vivid picture of predation, competition, and adaptation. Each species had its own role, creating a complex ecosystem no less intricate than any modern natural forest. One of the most terrifying threats underwater was Mosasaurus. With lightning-fast strikes and immense strength, Mosasaurus ruled the oceans. In the Jurassic World, Mosasaurus not only hunted sharks, but could also attack creatures swimming near the surface. If you thought you were safe, swimming in the blue sea, a giant shadow gliding beneath would quickly make you reconsider. On land, T-Rex remained the ultimate symbol of raw power. But was T-Rex truly the undisputed king Spinosaurus, with its greater size and semi-aquatic hunting skills, posed a worthy rival? If these two creatures clashed, it would be a battle between terrestrial endurance and aquatic power, where victory would depend not just on size, but also agility and adaptation to the terrain. Flying reptiles like Quetzalcoatlus could not be ignored. With wingspans reaching 12 meters equivalent to a small airplane, Quetzalcoatlus was considered the largest flying creature ever. If they lived today, a Quetzalcoatlus could soar across a stadium in just a few wing beats, creating a sight both majestic and chilling. Herbivores, like Parasaurolophus with their distinctive crests, also had fascinating survival stories. Their hollow crests may have been used to produce loud sounds like a warning siren, helping the herd communicate danger across long distances. If today you heard a horn echoing deep within a forest, it might resemble how Parasaurolophus once alerted their kin to impending threats. Pachycephalosaurus, the dinosaur with a skull as thick as concrete, was believed to use headbutts to fight for territory or mates. A strike from Pachycephalosaurus could be strong enough to crack an opponent's ribs. If you have seen mountain goats clashing today, imagine that force multiplied many times over. That is the raw power of Pachycephalosaurus. However, not every creature in Jurassic was a war machine. Some species like Microceratus, small and agile, relied mainly on speed and alertness to avoid predators. Microceratus resembled nimble squirrels in today's forests, constantly darting and vanishing in a flash at the slightest sign of danger. A particularly interesting aspect of the Jurassic World was the blend of natural and genetically engineered species, creating a fragile balance between nature and human intervention. Indominus Rex Indoraptor and Scorpios Rex exemplified humanity's attempt to play with creation, producing beings beyond control. Jurassic World raised a profound question. Should scientific progress be limited before it surpasses ethical boundaries? Beyond the famous species, the Jurassic universe introduced many new creatures like Atrociraptor, Pyroraptor, and Giganotosaurus, each possessing unique abilities and survival tactics, making them unpredictable factors in the brutal survival game. If we imagine the Jurassic World as a giant chessboard, then each dinosaur is a chess piece with its own strategy. Some were powerful, some were swift, some were cunning, and some were defensive masters. No species was truly invincible, and none were completely helpless. Survival depended on choice, timing, and a bit of luck. The Jurassic universe is not merely an entertainment spectacle. It is a reminder of the fragility of natural ecosystems. Every species, every individual, whether gigantic or tiny, played an indispensable role in the cycle of life. And when these delicate balances were disrupted, the consequences would be far more devastating than we could imagine. If you could step into that world, which ally would you choose? A herd of triceratops for protection? A pack of gallimimus for swift escapes? Or would you dare to be an observer, recording untold stories among the greatest creatures ever to walk the earth? The journey of discovering more than 40 dinosaur species in the Jurassic universe is just beginning. Countless mysteries are still waiting for us to unravel. Are you curious to know what might happen if one day we could create even more perfect prehistoric creatures? Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell because many thrilling adventures await you.